average price in Massachusetts is $500,000. If the deposit or the down payment to buy an investment property is 20%, that's $100,000. So it's going to take anybody, it takes me a long time to save that amount of money, even when we're fixing and flipping houses or wholesaling, to really take that cash, put it into buying the next building. So it's very difficult to grow that way unless you buy right and you do the BRRRR strategy, right? I know a lot of you actually want to see real numbers, especially because we're in the greater Boston market and I cover properties that are local to us. Again, we paid $243,750 for this house. As I mentioned, it's 5 units, and we spent $110,000 in rehab so far, between the basement unit, the attic unit, and all the exterior work, like I mentioned, the masonry, paint, roof, all that stuff. 110 all in. We have 3 more units to update as they come available after tenants move on, but for now, that's where we stand. We bring in about $5,500 a month among the 5 units, and the 3 units that are currently occupied, we bring very little money. I believe we bring about $2,700 among those 3 units, which is very low for the city of Worcester. So regardless, it's still, this building is going to cash flow really well, and when we update those, it's going to be even better. But let me give you guys a breakdown of what this will look like now that we're refinancing the building. We're at the point that now that we got applications coming in and this building is stabilized, meaning all 5 units are rented out, I can go to a local lender and appraise the property again to get a new loan that's long-term and lower interest rate. That's going to allow me to accomplish 2 things. 1, pay the hard money lender back because that loan was short-term, was only 12 months. So take care of them and then get a lower interest loan, right? If you remember the first one, I mentioned 10%, we're probably going to get a loan at 4.5% or 5% interest with a local lender. And the beauty is that they're going to come in and appraise the property, and we're expecting it to appraise for $600,000. And the reason why we said it's going to be at 600 or probably even more is because there are comparable sales around here, around this neighborhood where we at, they are selling for close to $600,000, and also because we're bringing in about $5,500 a month. So those, the comps and the rental amount that's so good, and the fact that we updated the property and it looks really nice, that's going to help us get a very good appraised value. And again, we're expecting about $600,000. Our lender, the one that we've been talking to, he's looking to finance 75% of the appraised value. So it's 75% LTV, which stands for loan to value, and they want us to have 25% equity in the building, right? That's what banks do. They want you to have skin in the game. They don't want to cover 100% of the value, because if I stop paying, they want to take, obviously they want to foreclose on the property. They want the owner to have equity in the building. So 75% is not bad. That gives me $450,000 of a new loan. So 600 times 75% gives me a new loan of $450,000. Let's stop there for a second, because with a new loan of $450,000, we are going to pay the hard money lender back, and we are going to pay all the other expenses that we incurred. Because if we add up purchase price, our rehab cost, our holding cost for these 6-7 months that we have been going through renovations, our closing, because obviously we have a closing when we bought it and now a refinance closing. Let's say all of that, if we add all the expenses, we are at $400,000. I believe we're just under that, but just to round numbers up, that means that our investment all in, it's about $400,000, and we're getting a loan that's $450,000, which means we have zero money invested in this building out of pocket, because our whole investment of $400,000 gets recaptured, and actually we get an additional $50,000 that we can pretty much do whatever we want with. That's money that comes back to us that we can buy the next building. That's the plan, at least for us. We're not going to spend it. We're going to take that money and invest it in the next building. And the best part is that money is tax free. So whenever you refinance and you get cash out of a building, that is tax free. You don't pay Uncle Sam, you don't pay anybody. It's your money to keep. In our case, we're going to deploy and buy the next rental building. So That's the beauty of refinancing a property when you buy it right. Like in our case, the return on our investment is infinite because we put zero money down and we're going to get money out at refi plus cash flow every month moving forward. Our new mortgage, I think running the mortgage calculator looks like it's going to be in the range of $3,000. So when you take into consideration taxes, property insurance, property management, vacancy savings, because you got to put some money aside for vacancies, and capital expenditures, if you put all that money aside, we're still cash flowing about $1,000 or $1,500 moving forward. And that is with the current rent amount of $5,500. When we up the rents, now that's going to be even higher. So guys, this is a great deal all in all. We solved an issue for the seller. We got a great property that's going to cash flow for us for many years to come. And we didn't put any money into it. And the only reason this worked out is because we bought it right. Again, we didn't buy on the MLS, so we didn't compete with anybody else. We just negotiated with the homeowner directly. And we also renovated in a good way. We managed our renovations in-house. Like, we did everything with our own crew, so we kept the cost low. And we were able to appraise the property much higher to what we paid for. So that's the secret. That allows you to get the money invested on the next deal. Because I talk to a lot of people that want to buy more rentals and they have 1, 2, 3 buildings, but then they struggle to grow from there because of the large deposits that we need for our down payment, right? I mean, average price in Massachusetts is $500,000. If the deposit or the down payment to buy an investment property is 20%, that's $100,000. So it's going to take anybody, it takes me a long time to save that amount of money, even when we're fixing and flipping houses or wholesaling, to really take that cash, put it into buying the next building. So it's very difficult to grow that way unless you buy right, then you do the BRRRR strategy, right? The buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. Because with the refinance, you get money out and you can use that money to buy the next rental building and rinse and repeat. Guys, if you are interested in fix and flips, wholesaling, rental real estate investing, come to our meetups. We get together once a month. Meetup group is called Boston Real Estate Connection, and it's a free event. We get to meet people face to face, network, get to partner up with others. You can meet me face to face and my team. So I welcome you guys. Find more information below, but it's a meetup group called Boston Real Estate Connection, and hope to meet you on the next one. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you learned from it. If this is something you guys like, please go subscribe, share, click on that like button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.